Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me again here on my back deck. So one thing to note in this sequence, we're going to end up coming into half moon Ardha Chandrasana 3 times. And so before you start, if you know that for half moon you like some kind of prop. So when you come into half moon, some people find getting down towards the ground to be a little bit more of a challenge. And so bringing the ground up towards you helps. So finding a block. And so this is a yoga block. You don't need a yoga block. You could use a shoebox. You could use a cookbook. Pretty much anything that gives you a little bit more leverage and brings things up. Just set it aside for now. Having it close and nearby is going to be helpful towards the end. And middle. So that being said, we're going to start down on our backs again this morning. So come down to your back. Bend your knees. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Then just very consciously, let your knees come in and touch. Pretty quickly here, starting to kind of connect that breath to your movement. What we're going to do is leaving our knees together. As you inhale, you're just going to squeeze your knees. And as you exhale, still leaving your knees touching, you're just going to take away that effort. So just slow your breath down, squeezing your knees on the inhale. Letting go of the effort on the exhale. Maybe you start lifting the small of your back on the exhale, grounding it on the inhale. Let your breath and your body start to work together at the start. There's no rush, there's no hurry. Do it 3 more times. 3 nice breaths. Two more. One more. Drop your hands down by your hips. Heel toe your feet in so your heels line up with the feet. From there, take your hands out wide. Ground your palms down into the ground. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, drop both of your knees over to the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, both of your knees over to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Back and forth. If you come to a side and you want to pause there for complete breath, go for it. If you want to keep the movement moving back and forth. The next time you come back up to center, pause. Ground the small of your back down into the mat. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead, roots long behind you. As you exhale, bring your knees into your chest, grounding into the small of your back, lift your feet straight up towards the sky. Push out through your heels, bring your toes down towards your shin. If you're like me, a little tight hamstrings here to start, that's fine. From there, ground into your shoulder blades, lift your hands up towards the sky. Put your palms facing towards each other. Take a moment and just check in. How you feel left or right, front to back, top to bottom. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, drop your right hand and your left foot all the way down. Inhale back up. Left hand, right foot. Inhale back up. Take your right hand and your right foot. Inhale back up. Your left hand, your left foot. Inhale back up. Take both hands, both feet. Inhale up. Second time. Inhale up. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Reach out through your knees, find the bottoms of your feet. Press your heels up towards the sky, bring your knees down towards your armpits. Happy baby pose. If you like that motion, that rocking side to side, go for it here too. Stay active through your heel. Down towards the ground. The bottoms of your feet come together. From there, reach down to your feet. Take your head up away from the mat. Then as you exhale, bend your knees. Let your feet come back down. Inhale your hands up overhead. We're going to start to incorporate all of that into one little sequence. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Inhale your feet up. Inhale your hands up. All right. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to drop your right foot all the way down to the mat. You're going to bend your left knee. You're going to take your right hand out wide. Then with control, gazing at your left thumb, you're going to touch your left knee over to the right. Inhale back up. Then you're going to bring your left foot back up to the sky, your right foot back up to the sky, your right hand back up to the sky. Take your left hand out wide. Take your left foot all the way to the mat. Bend your right knee. Put your right knee over to the left. Back up to center. Right foot back up. Left foot back up. Left hand back up. Right hand down. Right foot down. Bend your left knee. Touch your left. To the right. Back to center. Left up. Right up. Right hand up. Left hand up. Left foot down. Bend your right knee. Cross over center line. Touch your right knee. Back to center. One more time inside. Ready? Bring your right foot up. Bring your left foot up. Bring your left hand up. Take your right hand down. Take your right foot down. Bend your left knee. It's a nice little challenge in the movement. It's a little twist, a little core, a little control side to side. Last time. Put your right knee over the left. Back up to center. Bring both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Reach up through your knees. Find happy baby. Bring your feet together. Grab the outer edge of your feet. Take your head up off the mat. Take your gaze down. From here, cross your legs at your ankles. Rock up and over your knees. Plant your hands and step back to tabletop position. Finding your hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees underneath your hips. From here, take your left hand straight out in front of you. Reach out like you're reaching to shake someone's hand. Find the grounding into the inner edge of your right hand. Bring your left hand back down. Take your right hand straight out in front of you. Take your right hand back down. Take your right foot straight up behind you. Press out through your heel. Feel that length, that extension. Exhale back down. Take your left foot straight up behind you. Press out through the heel. Now with control, take your right hand out in front of you as well. Find the balance there. Then inhale and reach. Exhale, curl your spine. Touch your knee to your elbow. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach long. From here, open your left foot up all the way out towards your hip. Open your right hand up towards your shoulder. Then exhale all the way back down to the mat. Other side. Left hand long. Right foot long. Find that length, that extension, that reach. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, touch your knee to your elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale long. Open your left hand up to your shoulder height. Bring your right foot up towards your hip. I'm going to kick my wall. Exhale back down. From there, curl your toes and take your hands a little further out in front. Let's press our way back towards down dog. So for some of us, first down dog of the day, maybe first down dog in a couple days. Take some movement to open it up, bending one knee to the other. Walking it out a little bit from side to side. Find your weight down into your hands to the inner edge. Find your breath. Inhale, bring your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Press back down. Again, inhale your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Press back down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, bend down. Stepping your right foot forward first and then your left behind the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale forward. Ground into your feet, keep your hands by your side, rise all the way up. Adjust the pants. Inhale, bring your hands overhead. Exhale, up. Inhale, bring your hands up. Let's take one standard sun A. Exhale, hinge through the hips, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands, step back to plank. With control, lower all the way down to the mat. Let's take cobra, grounding your toenails. Inhale. As you exhale, touch your chin down to your collarbone. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, chin to collarbone. Third time. Curl your toes under, press up to your knees, pressing back into your hips. Down, down. 5 breaths here. If you like the movement, find the movement again. Inhale your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Step your left foot forward first and then your right. Inhale up half. Exhale, full. Ground into your feet, your hands by your side, rise all the way up. So palms overhead with the through your thumb. Exhale. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, full. Inhale, halfway. As you plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Binding your plank, binding your engagement down in your hands. Step your right foot up over your left. Then step your left hand to the outer edge, or your left foot to the outer edge of your left hand. Press down into your hip. From there, step your left foot over your right. Step your right hand to the outer edge. Press down into your right hip. Back and forth. Right foot over left. Left foot, left hand. Down into your hip. Left foot over right. Right foot, right hand. Down into your hip. Couple more times each side. Find a little movement. One more time, right side. Right hand, right foot, press down. Step your right foot back. This time, if you want, you can chaturanga, or you can lower all the way to the mat and cobra again. We're just gonna take one breath. If you're chaturanga, you rock forward on your toe. Come halfway down. Ground your toenails into the mat. Inhale up, up dog. Exhale back, down dog. Find your breath. Inhale, bring your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Ground into your feet, keep your hands by your side, rise all the way up. Put your palms overhead through your thumb. Exhale, up, hip center. Let's take one standard sun A, or sun B, sun B, sun B, sun B. So you can heel toe your feet together, leave your heels in line with this pose. Sitting back into your heels. Reach your hands up toward the sky. Ooh, Katasana. As you exhale, fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale up halfway. Step your right foot back and then your left. Find chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. From there, with control, step your right foot forward. Drop your left heel. Line up heel to heel. Press down into your right shin. Rise up into warrior one. Bring your hands up overhead. Look up through your thumb. As you exhale, sweep your hands back behind you. Come all the way down. Frame your right foot. Step your right foot back. Low, high, back. On an inhale, step your left foot forward. Drop your right heel. Line up. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale all the way back down. Let your breath guide you. Put the same amount of control, the same amount of emphasis into your breath as you did when you were just touching your knees. Slow things down. Inhale your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's Utkatasana on our way out. Inhale up. Exhale, stand tall. Bring your hands up at center. All right, we're going to take a sun B again, but this time we're going to add a modification. Inhale, sit back. Utkatasana. Exhale, fold to the mat. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands, step your right foot back and then your left. Chaturanga if you wish. Down dog. Press back. From here, we're going to bring our right foot up to the sky. Keep your right foot in towards your bum. Stack your hips. So press equal pressure down into each hand. Equal pressure down into each armpit. If you wish, you might flip out your dog. Taking all 10 toes in one direction. Reaching your right hand up and over. Bring your weight into the inner edge of your left hand. From there, everybody bring your right foot back up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Drop your left heel. Line up heel to heel, rise up. Warrior one. Exhale your hands to the small of your back. Interlace your fingers. Press your knuckles down towards the ground. Inhale, bring your gaze up towards the sky. As you exhale, hinge forward. Let your right shoulder dip down inside of your right knee. The crown of your head comes down towards the mat. Stay engaged to the outer edge of your right hip. Find your breath there. Exhale, let go of your hands. Let your hands come back to the mat. Step your right foot back. Low. Down, down. From here, we're going to find one awkward dog. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our right hand dead center in front of us. We're going to take our left hand to the outer edge of our right leg. Bend into your elbow. Drop to the crown of the head. Bring your gaze underneath your right armpit. Keep pressing back into that right heel. Reach your left hand back long. Exhale out. Inhale your left foot up to the sky. Kick your left foot in towards your bum. Stack your hips. If it's just a stack, it's just a stack. That's cool. Keep pressing down to that left armpit. If you let it flip, with control, both heels into the mat, all 10 toes one direction. Long, straight right arms. Left foot back up to the sky. Left foot all the way through. Drop your right heel. Rise up, warrior one. Hands to the small of the back. Interlace your fingers. Do it the weird way, the way you didn't do it the first time. Press your knuckles to the ground. Bring your gaze up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward. Let your left shoulder come down inside of your left knee. The crown of your head comes down towards the ground. Exhale, let go of your hands. Frame your left foot, step your left foot back. Low. Down dog. Awkward. Down dog on the other side, left hand dead center. Grip your thumb and your pointer finger, right hand outer edge of left leg. Twist. It's called awkward dog for a reason. Find your breath in it. Right hand back long. Exhale out. Step your left foot forward first and then your right. Find the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale fold. Utkatasana. This time we're going to hold it for 5 reps. Sit back into your heels. Push your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, stand tall, drop your hands to heart center. Open your feet up to distance apart. From there, we're going to find toe grasp. really any forward fold works. So if you want to grab opposite biceps, kind of find your breath again, that's fine. If you want a little more active pose, take your peace fingers around your big toes. Let your palms face in towards each other, bending into your elbows. Drop to the crown of the head, lift through the hips. Let go of your toes, inhale up halfway. Second forward fold, your choice. Toe grasp again, or you can play gorilla, rocking back on your heels. Let your toes find your wrist, the ball of your foot finds your palm. Again, ground into the balls of your feet. Lift through the hips. Bring your hands up from underneath. Inhale up halfway. Exhale forward, plant your hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga if you wish, or just a down dog. Whatever makes sense. Inhale your heels up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees down towards the mat. Step or float, top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Ground into your feet, sweep your hands by your side, rise all the way up. Exhale up heart center. From here, we're gonna come feet wide. So this is where we're gonna start working towards that half moon pose. Like I said, we're gonna do it 3 times on each side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Trikonasana into a variation on side angle into half moon. We'll come out of it, we'll go back. We'll come out of it, we'll go back. We'll come out of it, we'll go back 3 times. Then we'll do the left side. So we want to start by bringing our feet about as wide as our body. So your wrists should be almost directly above your ankles. That's kind of neat when you have a little screen to look at. All right, from there you can turn your right toes out. You want to start by ducking that left hip. So we're going to let that left hip come forward as our right hand comes forward. From there, we're going to come down. As you find something, so the floor, the ground, your shin, your thigh, you're going to open back up through the left shoulder, back up through the left hip. The other choice is to take that peace finger grab, bending your right knee, you come all the way down. You grip your right big toe. From there, you straighten out your right leg, and you open back up through the left hip, back up through the left shoulder. Find your breath there. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bend your right knee. Warrior 2. We'll take 5 breaths to find our warrior 2. From here, let your right elbow find your right knee. Let your left hand come up and over. If you want, you can take your right hand down behind your right leg. Staying long through that left side body, opening up through the left hip. From there, we're going to inhale all the way back reverse. We're going to exhale, swoop down to the mat and frame our right foot. From there, you're step our right foot straight into the sky. 3-legged dog. Then as you exhale, you're going to step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. We'll set up our hip. We'll set up lizard. Pressing down into our right hip. First time, stay tall. Bailey is not happy about something. From here, take your right foot straight back up to the sky. Press back. Down dog. Exhale, step it all the way through. Drop your left heel, rise up. Warrior 2. From here, we'll find half moon. So, again, if you're using that block, put the block about 8 inches in front of your right foot. You can come into this pose through Trikonasana, through side angle, whatever makes the most sense for you. What we want to do is we want to find our weight forward. Our right hand down towards the ground, so towards that block or towards the floor. From there, you're going to press into your right hand and your right foot. You're gonna open up that left foot. Open up the left hip. Staying long into the ball of your foot. You're gonna reach your left hand up to the sky. Bend into your right knee. Step all the way back. Warrior two. Straighten out your right leg. This time, let's take revolved Trikonasana. So bring your right hand to your right hip. Bring your left hand around. You're gonna press back into your right hip at the same time that you let your left hand come down towards the ground. Keep pressing back into that right hip. I've been liking to take my left hand a little wide these days. Almost directly underneath my shoulder. Fingertips come to the mat. Then my right hand comes up. Keep pressing back into that right hip. Sweep back down to the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Side angle pose. Again, right elbow, right knee is fine. If you want, you can curl your left toes under, finding more of a high crescent. You can come towards a twist. Left elbow, right knee. Twisting out. Staying tall through your shoulders. Bring your hands together. If you hear in crescent, on your inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Frame your right foot. Bring your right foot up to the sky. Right foot outer edge of right hand. Lizard again is fine. If you want, drop your knee. Drop your forearms. Come down towards the mat. If you're down on your forearms and your knee, rise back up. Bring your right foot straight up to the sky. You step your right foot all the way through. Drop your left heel, rise up. Warrior two. Set up your half moon on this side. Again, right hand to the ground. Second time. You can find that block or you can find the ground. Whatever makes the most sense for you. Open up through the left hip, up through the left hand. Find your breath. Bend into your right knee. Step your left foot back. Fall a little if you're like me. Warrior two. Straighten out your right leg. Third time Trikonasana. So if you really like to revolve Trikonasana, feel free to take it again. If you're like me, come back to that original pose. Reaching your right hand long, ducking the left hip slightly. I'm going to come down towards toe grasp. You can stay a little taller, whatever. Straighten out that right leg. Reach through the left side body. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bend your right knee. Side angle, either elbow to knee or right hand behind. Inhale all the way back. Exhale down to the mat. Frame your right foot. Step your right foot up to the sky. Now, lizard a third time. Right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. Or Ekapada Kundinasana 2. Pose to honor the wandering sage. I'm going to do it on my left side just so I can show it here. If you've never done this pose with me before, what you want to do is reach your left or your right foot up to the sky. You're going to bend your your right elbow. Start it again. Start again. Right foot to the sky. Bend your right elbow. You're going to hook the inner edge of your right thigh to your right tricep. From there, you're going to press into the ground and you're going to lift your left foot up to the sky. All right. So any one of those three. Lizard, full lizard, Ekapada, whatever makes sense. Everybody bring your right foot all the way to the sky. Step your right foot all the way through. Drop your left heel. Warrior two. Third time, half moon. Right hand comes down to the ground. Reach your left foot back behind you. Exhale, bring both of your hands to the mat. Let your left foot find your right. Inhale, rise up. From here, we're going to take dancer one time before we set up the other side. So ground into your right foot. Bend your left knee. Find the inner edge of your left foot. Right hand up to the sky. Hinge forward. Back down. All right. I'm going to turn directions. We don't have to turn directions. We're going to set up the other side. So start by finding that foot placement first. So find your hands wide, your ankles underneath your wrist. Turn your left toes out. Reach that left hand long with the right hip duck. Down into Trikonasana, first pose. First time on this side. So notice how it feels a little different than the 3 times we've done it on the right. Listen to your body, listen to your breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior 2. Side angle. So left elbow, left knee. Right hand up and over. Or left hand behind your left ankle. Right hand up and over. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reverse. Sweep your hands to the mat. Frame your left foot. Step your left foot up to the sky. Left foot outer edge of left hand. Line your foot up with your hand, your elbow with your calf. Stay strong to that right heel. Tall the first time. Left foot back up to the sky. Left foot all the way through. Drop your right heel. Rise up, warrior 2. Half moon. So again, if you want that block, move that block 8 inches in front of your left foot. Let your breath guide you down. Let your hand find something. From there, to lift strong through that right foot. Press out through the ball of your right foot. Strong into your left leg. Bend your left knee. Step your right foot back. Warrior 2. All right. Settle into your breath. Second time. Straighten out your left leg. It's a little chilly out here, but I'm starting to build a little bit of a sweat. It's nice. Let's revolve this time. So left hand, right hand comes around. Reach for that right hand. Hinge down. Keep pressing back into that left hand. Breathe there. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. If you want, curl your right toes under. Start in that high lunge. Right elbow, left knee. Find a twist on this side. Inhale, rise all the way up. Come down to the mat, frame your left foot to the sky. Left foot outer edge of left hand. On this side, if you want, drop your right knee, drop your forearms. Press a little deeper into your hip. Let your breath guide you. Hands back down to the mat. Left foot to the sky. Step your left foot all the way through. Rise up, warrior 2. Half moon, second time. There's strength in repetition. There's strength in building through the movement. Even between the poses as we move. Bend in your left knee, step your right foot back. Warrior 2. All right. Again, if you want to revolve Trikonasana, that's fine. If you want to come into just standard Trikonasana, that's fine. Either or. Left hand long. Hinge down towards the mat. Right hand up to the sky. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bend into your left knee. Come down, side angle. Inhale the back reverse. Exhale down, straighten your left foot to the sky. Again, lizard, Akapada Kundinasana 2. I'll do it again on the opposite side to show it. So you bring your foot up, you bend your elbow and your knee, you hook the inner end, you hinge forward. Woo! Sliding on my pants this morning. Whatever makes sense. Find your breath. One more nice inhale. Bring your left foot back up to the sky. Stick your left foot all the way through. Drop your right heel, rise up. Warrior 2. Last time, half moon. Step your right foot to meet your left. Let's take dancer one time. Let's step back to the top of the mat. Ground into your left foot. Bend your right knee. Grab the inner edge of your right foot. Left hand up to the sky. Hinge forward. Inhale, rise back up. After that little sequence, let's take half bound lotus on each side, or you can take tree. If you're taking tree, you're going to ground into your left foot. Now you're grounding your right foot. You're going to bring your left foot up. You can come next to your ankle, into your calf, above your knee joint, or if you're like me and you want to try that half bound lotus, you come up to your hip, you grab your foot, you drop your knee, you bring your hand to heart center. Opposite side, you drop your foot to the mat. Bring your other foot up. Mimic side to side. So if you did foot into calf, take your foot into your calf. If you did half bound lotus, then do half bound lotus. Let your right foot come back down to the mat. My dog is barking, so I think she wants out. So we're gonna let the dog out real quick. Coming out. Here comes Chloe. The beauty of teaching on your back deck is that your dog wants to go outside, to go out. Oh, Chloe, you have wound this up all good. You look great on YouTube. Yeah. Chloe's 15. It's good for her age. Hopefully. Good looks. All right, sorry about that. From here, let's find the sun salutation down to the mat. Or work one more pose just to hold our hips. So inhale, bring your hands up over. Exhale, hinge through the hips, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hand, step back to plank. Chaturanga if you wish. All the way back down, huh? Find your breath. No rush, no hurry. All right. From here, I'm going to teach double pigeon. If you have lower back or knee issues and you really like to come down to your back and take figure four, this is a great point in the practice for figure four. If half pigeon is just calling to you and you're like, I got a half pigeon at this point, and go for it. Totally cool. If you're coming to double pigeon, I'm going to show a couple of different variations. I take a modification for this pose. Totally fine. So in double pigeon, ideally, what's going to happen is you're going to bring your right leg and your left leg, and your foot and your knee are going to touch. You're going to go flat like this. This does not happen in my life. So when I try to do it, you'll see that my knee and my foot do not connect on this side, right? That's fine. I just have tight hips, tight hamstring. Why practice, right? So if that's the case, if you can stack knee to knee, you're going to fold straight forward with your right foot on top. If you can't, you're going to use that block or that book or whatever that prop was. You're going to bring the block in front of your left knee. You're going to take your right foot to the block. From there, making sure to protect your knee, you're going to press down into that right knee, and you're going to take your left hand around the block. Pressing down into your right knee, you're going to hinge your weight over towards your foot. Okay, so again, stacking, folding. Figure four, half pigeon, also totally cool. Whatever makes the most sense for you. Or if you're like me and you modify, bring your hand around that block, come down towards it. Find your breath. Hips take patience, they take time. We took repetition to build into balance. We take our time coming down into our hips to get a little opening, a little loose. Breathe here. No rush, there's no hurry. Without rushing, without hurrying, begin your transition to the other side. If you're in half pigeon, find your way through down dog. If you're coming out through double pigeon, take both of your feet out in front of you. Give your legs a little whack, a little work, wake up, then switch sides. Any modification, any variation that serves you best. Listen to your hips. They change from day to day, from movement to movement. Depends on the season, on your sleep, on your practice, a lot of different things. No rush. There's no hurry. My dog has now decided, just for the record, to squat in what has to be like the most awkward position and like the only sunspot that her lead allows her to reach in our backyard. Yeah. She's very cute. Let's just say that much. And she's totally my dog, so she's kind of crazy. Let your breath guide you down a little deeper, a little bit longer. At your own pace, with your own breath, lift your eyes back up. If you're in half pigeon, find your way through down dog. If you're here in double pigeon, take your feet out in front of you. Give them a little whack. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Hinge forward, touch your toes. With control, come down to your back. From here, bend your knee. Reach your hands up overhead, reach long behind you. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Ground in the small of your back, lift your feet straight up towards the sky. Ground into your shoulders, lift your hands straight up towards the sky. Notice how you're different. Notice the change. Notice any similarities, like maybe you're still pretty tight. It's okay. All right, we're gonna put it all together with the twist. So we'll go right hand, left foot. Exhale down, inhale up. Left hand, right. Exhale down, inhale up. Right hand, right foot. Inhale up. Left hand, left foot. Inhale up. Both hands, both feet. Inhale up. Both hands, both feet. Inhale up. Drop your right foot. Bend your left knee. Gaze up. Knee over. Back to center. Let's do it one more time. Back to center. Left foot up, right hand up. Left foot down, left hand one. Bend your right knee. Center. 1, 2. Come back. Bring your knee into your chest. Reach up through your knees. Find the balls of your feet. Happy baby pose. From here, I'm going to cue shoulder stand. If there's a different version that you like to practice or something else that's in your practice, feel free to move through it. If shoulder stand isn't going to serve you today, that's totally fine. If you want to skip this pose altogether, that's totally fine. If you're going to come towards shoulder stand, come down to your back. Bring your hands down by your hips. Ground your palms into the floor. Bring your feet up towards the sky. Pressing into your palms. Lift your butt up away from the ground. Walking your hands up your back. Putting the weight of the pose in your shoulders, in your elbows. Take your feet up towards the sky. Take the pressure away from your neck. Make sure it's in your shoulders and your elbows. If you want, you can let your feet travel up over your head and come into plow. Or if you're like me and you just kind of want to come out of it this morning, that's cool too. Bring your knees into your chest whenever you come all the way out. And find a little rock. From there, we'll all find fish pose. Bring your hands underneath or sit bones, stick your elbows underneath your back. From there, look up and over, look back behind you. As you exhale, let it come all the way down to your back. If there's another pose, another movement, something else that you need this morning, feel free to move through it. If you're ready for Shavasana, that's fine as well. Take your feet out in front of you. Drop your hands down by your hips. Shavasana. As always with my videos, I'm not going to give the longest Shavasana. I don't think most people want to sit here and watch me lie on my back. If you want a longer Shavasana, that's fine. It's great. I suggest at least 7 minutes. If that doesn't serve you, it's cool. Take another pose. I'm going to give it a little bit here, and then we'll begin my transition, my 3-part meditation to end practice. So whatever makes the most sense for you. Starting to move into our 3-part meditation. So again, if you want a longer Shavasana, just pause it here. Start first in your body. Notice a weight, a heaviness of your bones down into the mat, down into the ground. Feel that grounding, the earth underneath. Notice the back of your heart connecting. Be willing to give. Be willing to take. Find equal parts. Reciprocity. Equanimity. From there, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Find your breath. Find the start of the inhale all the way to the end of the exhale. Find your concentration there and only there. Nothing more. Let the practice of one breath remind you of everything that makes you. Let go of judgments of where you were, of the last breath. Let go of anticipations of what's to come. Learn to live simply. Find strength in one breath. With control, start to roll up towards an easy seated pose. Inhale your hands up overhead. Exhale your hands to heart center. Touch your thumbs over your heart. Close your eyes if that serves you. We'll end our practice with one breath and 2 Om. Om is a reminder that when you speak, your words are part of a collective voice, a collective whole. consider both their intention and their impact. We'll inhale through our nose, we'll exhale out through our mouth. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. As always, thank you so much for joining me, for sharing with me in this kind of crazy adventure. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up. I like talking about this stuff. I'm going to probably post some stuff to YouTube next week via kind of a different means. So if you're in the Madison area and you got questions about that, feel free to hit me up. Have fun. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephen.